This is the biggest question I get asked is, can AIs replace teachers? So in this video, I'm going to unpack the yes, the no, and the maybe. First off, what would the classroom look like without a teacher? So we might have a complete shift in the design system where each student has their own individual interface, maybe some smart glasses, some augmented reality glasses we've seen, whether have a really truly personalized education, focusing on adaptive software, with AI acting as a tutor, giving them adapted lessons or adaptive lesson exercises, some simulations, re-explaining to them when they need it to be re-explained, stretching them when they need to be stretched. A lot more focused on the individual. Again, real-time monitoring. We've seen some articles about observing everything, tracking students' attentiveness, awareness, seeing if they're bored and focusing in on them. So that could be a big feature. AI can act as a guide, suggesting projects, suggesting tools, being more intuitive to the individual and responding to what they need at that moment in time. And also it could automate a lot of tasks. So for the teacher right now, I spend a lot of time marking, giving feedback, just doing a lot of revision this time of year. It could automate some of those tasks to speed things up, responding to the students in real time, automating the marking of assessments against rubric, and just giving straight, immediate feedback. Now let's look at the no. I read an article the other day where there was a study on students actually get student voice on AI in the classroom, and students' concerns were that the AI teacher or bot wouldn't know them, wouldn't know if they're having a good day, a bad day, and have any emotional response to their needs and their learning. So that could be a big fear there. Cost could be a big factor. I've looked into a few different systems, and I've seen online the list of how much it costs to ask a particular question or to do a chat through the different AI platforms, and they soon add up. It can get very, very expensive. So that building that into a school infrastructure and the amount of interactions that would need to happen could be very expensive and could widen the educational gap. Also, look at algorithmic bias and the biases that have been baked in. Lots of those biases come from they exist in humans. A human teacher could have a bias as well, same as an AI, but we need to be conscious that those biases are there and then and counteract them and include that in part of the teaching. So concerns about data privacy and what's collected by an AI teaching system and where are the limits on that. We don't ever share any details about staff or students when we're looking at enterprise solutions for our schools. So what happens to the teacher if they're replaced? Just more people who will be unemployed. But what happens to this massive workforce? My biggest concern would be with adaptive learning and the hyper-personalization approach that might happen is that the education just becomes screen-based, and that's not what I would like. Well, who knows, with the Tesla robots and things like that are coming out now, who knows what it'll look like in the future. Let's get into the maybe. I believe that AI is a tool and not a replacement for the teachers. And for me, it's had a really promising role and profound impact on my teaching practice in terms of supporting me and acting like a co-pilot and bringing in some of those yeses about automation and personalizing learning, but through me as the teacher leading the way and doing the prompting. But I still do think that there's a strong, very, very strong case for human connection. And I think the article I read about students' views is really important, that they want someone with an empathetic approach and they want someone who can understand them.